Are you froze?
There we go.
Oh, he on twice. You on twice, bro.
Talk to the first one and not the second one.
Okay, Bob, go ahead and go. We live.
All right. What's going on? Welcome back to the third podcast, the Sportz Wine and Brew. As always, it's coming from a fan's perspective, so we're going to give you the good and the real. So put your chin straps on because we got a hot one today.
You already know what it is. I'm loving this. I'm loving this little schedule itinerary, Troy, because we got a lot to talk about.
Let's do it.
So I'm SportzKelz Diva. So we're going to go around and we're going to introduce ourselves and then we're going to get it popping. So I'm SportzKelz Diva.
It's Kelz.
I'm Troy. What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? I'm the Cyber Dog 68. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. I like this start. There's so much has happened this week that I don't even know if we can compact it all in an hour. From the community to the sports. I know Kelz gonna have some hot topics jumping off for us.
Yeah, I just got one meaty one this week. Just one good meaty one. This one gonna throw you for a loop.
What? Okay. So we're gonna take it away, Troy. You're gonna get us popping and tell us what's the hot topic that we're gonna start it off today with.
We're gonna start off with your boy Juwan Howard. Let's just start right on there. He had with the bitch slap around the world. Heard around the world, y'all think that the punishment deserves what he got?
Nope.
I want to say, you trying to teach these kids not to fight, okay?
Okay.
Now, granted, the man grabbed Juwan by the wrist. Now, I'm thinking that they probably could have handled it in another way, per se, being the head coach. But we are in a time where, things are done right then and there. Now, granted, this ain't the first time that this has happened. But with social media being able to relive every moment in real, just like after as soon as it happened, it always can make things a little worse. He slapped the hell out of that. He slapped the hell out of that grown man. It was like,
I'm gonna stop all of y'all right there. Let me stop everybody. I'm stopping everybody in traffic. This boiled down to two major issues in my book. First of all, the punishment wasn't served. The butter wasn't spread on the bread. The peanut butter, however you want to pronunciate it, wasn't spread on the bread. As always, the so-called villain gets hosed down. So the Wisconsin coach only gets 1 game suspension, $10,000. But the thing that got this rolling was the assistant coach that nobody is talking about. He put hands on a player, and I am 100% sure that's why Juwan Howard, I was going to say a bad word, slapped the taste out of his mouth.
Go ahead and
hold on. He put hands on what player? I ain't see this.
Michigan player, assistant coach did.
You must got exclusive video.
Dude, the guy, I'm telling you, I watched the breakdown.
Man, don't be sitting up here making up for this sucker.
No.
I know that's your boy. He the Fab Five and all that.
Motion. You got to watch it in slow motion. When you watch it in slow motion, you will see that assistant coach put hands on a Michigan player. That's why he got the Dave Chappelle 5 fingers to the face.
Okay, so after he said, listen, I'm going to let you go, Troy. Hold on, I'm just say this. After he said, he put his finger in the little man's face. He said, don't do that shit no more. All right, it should have been done.
Yep, but the assistant coach jumped in.
Go ahead,
The assistant coach ignited that whole thing by putting his hands on a Michigan player, and Juwan Howard did the right thing in my book, because I guarantee you, if that had been your son out there and that coach didn't step up for your son, you'd be ready to pop him in the transfer portal. And right now, his recruiting dollar, Juwan Howard, is through the roof far as the stock in my book. Them players gonna love him. Anybody coming to go in anybody's door, they gonna love him because he did what a coach is supposed to do when one of another team opposing coaches puts hands on a player. He did the right thing.
Okay, so let's
And I
start
toast to
again. The coach from Wisconsin called a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what got Juwan Howard upset.
Yeah, because they was up 15.
That's not an unwritten. It's not a rule, but it's an unwritten rule. If you down by 15, let the game end. So it was kind of like a bitch move from Wisconsin's coach. First of all,
Right.
Juwan got mad.
No, I'm gonna say this in
Hold
Wisconsin.
on, hold on.
Okay, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I think it was a bitch move from Wisconsin coach, but Juwan got to control his emotions, bro. He do.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Now, don't put your hands on me. If I walk across the line, I don't want to shake your hands. I should shake your hands, but you already did a bitch move. I'm good. I don't want to shake your hands, but then don't put your hands on me. So he shouldn't have put his hands on him. He told him, don't put your hands on. Don't put your hands on me. Then that Detroit came out of him. I mean, what you gonna do? He's still, Look. And then you can't put your hand on somebody else's players too. So you got to take up for his players.
That is true. But once again, Juwan put that into motion when he was lightweight pressing with a minute and whatever time frame was left. He was pressing, and the coach felt that
the coach was pressing. Yep.
He felt that, hey, they pressing, we got to figure something out. So he called. I still don't think he should have called it, but he called it. Juwan Howard set that into motion when he was doing the press. But I'm going to say it once again. You have got to watch that tape slow down when that assistant coach pops in. He puts hands on a Michigan player, and that's why he got pimp slapped.
Wow.
But Juwan got history of, like I told you about, he got history of doing this. So he kind of on a radar right now.
Yeah.
So he can't have no more incidents.
Oh no, he'll be.
You talk about recruiting, they might not have a coach to come to.
He'll be bye-bye.
If he has another incident like this. So
his line is ready already.
I think it's social media. Like again, like Cyberdog said, it's in real time. So we had to go back and watch it. When we was growing up, we had to go back and rewatch it or watch the news. Now it's like it got replayed over and over and over again. Everybody has their own opinion. So I think a lot of the media, and even the players, a lot of it's just that personal content, that personal, like if I like Michigan or do I not like Michigan? Do I think it was fair? I think they both should have got 4 games, not just Howard, because they both. Again, and once the tape came out and you started to see it, like Arkell said, you started to see the other players. And then both players got, suspended. But I think it should have been evened out, you both, because they're trying to say, well, he the one that, started it. No, again, this was happening the last 5 minutes of the game. So I think both of them, I think the time didn't do the crime. I think, he should have got reprimanded, like maybe a game, just like the Wisconsin coach, not 4. And then 40,000 versus 10,000. So I think it's more. I think to me, the coaches, I think they're, when the Big Ten gave their statement, I think both of them should have been, at fault. And I think, Joe Howard got more because this is not his first time letting his emotions get the best of him. And I get it, what we do in our world. Yes, your players are going to love it, but you above that, you the head coach. So I think maybe he just should have had some. Like a think moment before he, went off. But again, when your moments are high, you're losing the game and you ain't on a winning streak, and then you do a timeout when the game should have been over. I think your adrenaline is going. Because you see him snatch him, you see him grab him, and I think that just his instant reaction was like, "Dude, you grabbing me? Let's go." So.
Well, I mean, they recovered in the next game. They won the next game. Bob, you think they go into the tournament?
They're gonna squeak in. They're going to squeak in. They just got to win 2 games in the Big Ten. But I'm going to say this again. Wisconsin assistant ignited that whole scenario.
He did, and he got popped.
Yeah, he was.
But I want to say he wasn't scared of Howard, and I think that's probably what made him come back and swing at him after he put his finger in his face, But Juwan Howard, I heard one of us just say it, I think it was Troy said, brought the Detroit out in him. But it was one of those things, it's a lot of pressure in coaching. And, I get it. Wow. Juwan Howard is sitting on a hot griddle every night. But I want to say good thing for you, Kelz. John Beeline is ready to step in as soon as they walk Juwan Howard the hell out. Okay.
Nope.
Where's he at?
Nope.
He said he's somewhere. He's down there.
John Beeline is enjoying that Cavs money that you spend in help pay his retirement, Neil. He is enjoying that Cavs money. A Cavs paycheck that you helping him, that you providing the funds for. You ain't
a good coach, man. He a good coach, man. He just a little old man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. But Juwan Howard, I want to say this, man, and I'm not saying this because I'm not a fan of the University of Michigan. I'm just let that be known right there. You know, that was hoodlum. That was low class what he did right there.
Nope.
I'm just gonna throw it on all the way out there.
Disagree with you.
That was low class. That was low 100%. Class. That was a man right there, R. Kelly. He's so nervous right there. He's nervous like a hooker in church right now. The one more loss, they ain't gonna give a damn who he punched. He gonna punch the wall out the door. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Well, once again, Cyber Dog, you are 135% in the wrong column as usual.
That was good. All right. We're talking about Cleveland. Let's transfer over to the All-Star game.
Yes,
what y'all think about the All-Star game? What did y'all think about the weekend?
I think the city of Cleveland did a great job. Let's start with that. Let's start with the city of Cleveland.
Go ahead.
My favorite part was Mr. Air Jordan. I love the way he came in and was taking no prisoners.
He took no prisoners. He said, Nick, lace him up.
I'd rather watch him and Magic play in that dunk contest.
That was horrible. With the
they might have to change that. They definitely gonna change that because if you think about it, and I knew that before going in, I said, the other competition has eclipsed the slam dunk contest. The 3-point shot, the skills challenge, those were better. They starting to get better.
I even like the little rookie game. I watched the rookie game. The rookie game was good too.
I like the rookie game.
The rookie sophomore.
The format is good. How they got that format set up?
Yeah.
First to 50, then they got they got it broken up where they got two sets of teams playing to get to the finals to play with. I don't know how they got it broken up, but to play each other to get to 40. But I think they need to expand that to 60 as far as the championship portion of it go. But I like that format.
I don't think the dunk contest is going to be the same again until they actually get the stars dunking. They need to have John Moran in there, Giannis or somebody in there dunking. They want some of these dudes. We don't even really know them. So, and then you can't miss 20 dunks in a row, man. It just takes the whole air out the building.
Yeah, you got to put a capper on that. You give your 2 dunks, and if you can't get your 2 dunks off, bye-bye.
You got one. Right. You got 2 dunks. You got 2 tries. If you don't get it on the first or second try, you just done.
Yeah,
you can't.
We're moving to the front. Moving to the front of the lineup now, because it's horrible. It's been horrible for the last 2 years. I think a couple years ago was good, but maybe add more incentive. I told somebody this the week. We were just talking about this during the week. Maybe these guys about money and fame. $1 million winner take all. $1 million winner take all.
Yeah, what the hell? Give him a movie deal. Give him a movie deal too. What the heck? Put him in Jurassic Park 4. What the heck?
Give him more money, man. It's just they messed it up, man. Go ahead, Tanya. My bad.
The young guys are not, the young players are not dunking anymore. They're they trying to be Stephen Curry. They trying to do 3-point shooters, 35, 42 feet back from the line. They're not dunking anymore. So, and then who you gonna dunk on? Even the older ones, even the veterans don't dunk. Bron don't dunk.
Well, bring the old men out. Bring the old men out. Let them dunk and maybe hurt themselves and shit. That'd be a good show.
We want to see George Gervin against George Gervin against Dominique.
Hell yeah! Get some of them athletes that blew that money that don't have nothing to show for it. That just need $1 million. Do or die.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of hamstrings laying out there in that court.
I think they should have a tournament. I think they should have a tournament of dunkers of the best dunkers across the world leading up to the All-Star game. And those dunkers get to dunk in the All-Star game. And they ain't got to be the NBA
with the
guys.
pros.
With the
pros.
Or it could be like just the best
I would say against the pros.
Yeah.
Oh,
$4 million.
$1 million.
Have a tournament going up to the All-Star game of the best dunkers in the world, the best to dunk against the so-called best dunkers in the NBA.
I can roll with that.
You know what I mean? Maybe they
I can roll with that.
You know what I mean? Because
I think that's a good one.
I don't think they don't be really caring. I don't think they even care like that. They'd be like, okay,
I say if they paid Dr. J $100,000, he would have got up there and tried to dunk one. That'd have been good for TV. He probably would have fell down and broke his hip.
Yeah,
I want to see.
That'd have been great.
That'd
have been great for TV because the person who had that job would be fired as soon as Dr. J get hurt on national TV trying to dunk at 70.
Hey man, listen, we at the age now. We just want some action. You know, we pay $100 to see Mike Tyson old drunk ass. Okay, see what I'm saying? So what
Mike can still kill somebody. Yo, you crazy? Mike still got hands.
Right. He still got hands.
I'm saying we willing to pay to see his old ass swing.
Speaking of the 75 players, did y'all think that any player got left off that should have been on that list?
Oh yeah, a couple of them I heard.
Oh yeah.
Who y'all think should have been on the list, and who y'all think should not have been on the list?
That's a good one right there. I know they mentioned. I read an article where they asked the one gentleman who they thought should have been there, and I think Allen Iverson was there.
Allen Iverson was on the list.
No, I'm saying he was talking to them. He was asking him who should have been on that wasn't on the list.
Who should have been on the list?
Who did he say?
And who would y'all take off the list? Because
my man should have been on there. The guy that had one of the craziest dunks, Vince Carter. Vince Carter probably should have made it. Vince Carter played damn near 16 years, didn't he? He played He played a long time.
Y'all missing Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard wasn't on the list. Dwight Howard
should have been there.
Defensive MVP like 3 years in a row.
He should have been.
Led the league in rebounds.
How many rings does Dwight have any rings? He has one.
He got that one ring in the bubble.
Yeah, he got one.
That counts.
I think he was on that team. Maybe he was.
Yeah.
Our fan said Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Yeah, our viewer said Tony Parker.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
I ain't really like Tony Parker, to be honest with you.
What?
But
he was a baller back in the day.
Yeah, Tony Parker, you tripping.
He was okay, man. But Tony Parker in there.
Come across and do that little floater that nobody can stop.
Yeah. But then they went by positions. So you were talking about what guard that was in there that you had to move out to add Tony Parker in. That's the problem.
Dwayne Wade. What he in there
Wade
for?
Deserved to be there. Wade deserved to be there.
For what?
Wade had some nice stats, man.
Oh,
T-Mac. He said T-Mac. T-Mac is a good one.
Yeah, he said T-Mac.
He's all right. T-Mac was hurt too much. T-Mac was, he was good though. But we talking about, that's just goes to show you, we thinking about the most recent players. You got to throw in the old players on there. You got to throw the old guys in there too. You see what I'm saying? T-Mac probably would have been a good one. I think T-Mac. I think I think so. What's his name? Jermaine. Jermaine was right. I agree with T-Mac. Maybe Tony Parker. Tony Parker is arguable to me. Tony Parker is arguable, but there's a lot of point guards. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing about the league. It was point guard rich back in the day.
But it was good to see the present, and even the future out there. Like to see Bill Russell, to see, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like these are people that we grew up on. To see them still standing upright and to see them vote. And then, everybody kept trying to figure out around the world was, MJ gonna come. He came like on his little private jet, and he came there. It was like, wow. Like, to see Tomlin.
MJ came, he was ready to play.
He was ready to play. That's what I loved about MJ. He came to play. He was like lace them up. He was talking trash. Like, what we doing? And Nick them thought they was playing. He said, I ain't playing. Go put them shoes on. Let's go. Let's do this. Even Allen Iverson, he was like, he didn't have it. He's ready to ball. Like, listen, I'm ready.
Hey, Tanya, to your point, they might need to bring that back. Somebody we did mention back in the day, it used to be the Legends game. And maybe they need to bring that back to see them old men. Because it's going to be some dirty. That's where you're going to see some real hardcore basketball, not like you see today.
Real hard. It was just great, even to see Dennis Rodman, because they was talking about it in the pre-show that these players had not seen each other in 10 to 20 years. So can you imagine what was, that jaw jacket that was happening, on the back end, all that shaking it? What? Right. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the older players. Like the new players, okay, yeah, cool. I wanted to see these old school players walk that red carpet, and they came. Like that's what sports was all about. That was NBA. That was that hard nose. Like, with Isaiah Thomas, he might have been a little one, but he was coming through the lane.
Nobody liked him. Nobody liked him.
Let's talk about some of the dirt.
Which is why out of all the sports, the NBA has the best All-Star game.
I'm looking at this list, and it's just a couple on here that got to go. They got Anthony Davis, bye-bye.
Yeah.
James Harden, bye-bye.
Okay, so who you replacing?
Oh, no, man. He deserved to be on that list.
No.
I'm sorry.
So, Bob, who you going to replace with James Harden and Anthony Davis?
Thank you, Troy.
Oh, man.
He going to put on there Ramil Robinson? Who you going to put on there instead of James Harden? Ramil Robinson?
He ain't playing the league but number 2 weeks. Stop it.
Bob, is Alex English on that list?
Yes. Let me see.
I think Alex English was on there.
Was he on the list? Because I didn't see him.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm Wesson. I don't see Alex English on here.
Because he should be on the list.
I don't see Alex English on here.
Y'all remember Alex English was a killer, bro.
He was a killer.
Right. Killer.
Yeah.
He was a killer.
They got they got Steve Nash on here. I don't think he shouldn't be on there. I mean, come on.
He was an MVP.
He won the MVP. He won 2 MVPs, so they put him.
You know what, man? I know I shouldn't have drank nothing before I got on this show. You get my
keep
blood
drinking.
pressure up.
Keep drinking.
So you feel it's more of a popularity contest?
Right.
Huh?
You feel it's more of a popularity contest?
Yeah.
So look, man, all them old ass people, I'm sorry, Kells. All them old ass people, them young folks don't even have no shit, to be honest.
And they didn't. A lot of those kids didn't even know who these players were. Again, Jermaine was saying, you and Shaq, they need to bring back a big man contest. Now, I would have loved that because Shaq, I don't know what he on. I don't know what he been drinking, but I know he been doing some great humanitarian things. But that Shaq, I don't know what is going on, but he is a straight.
They ain't even got Pat Ewing on here.
Who?
Huh?
He was on there. He was on there, bro.
Pat Ewing was there.
Oh, is he? Okay, I'm scrolling through here.
He was there. He was there that night.
Oh, okay. I don't see him on there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the 24. Okay. The what game?
How did you think about the game? Like the way they did the game. Like, it was for, I think they had, it was like each quarter. And if they won each quarter, the funds went to, their, what they
favorite charity.
Oh my God. Yeah, to charity. So how did you think about that?
That's cool.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And I like how they incorporated HBCUs into the festivities.
I know.
So that was huge.
Hey, I think overall they did an excellent job.
They sure did.
Hey, what y'all think about Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett, man? Why they still beef?
Because Garnett mad he dipped on him.
But he got a ring. Y'all got a ring.
Dude, he want multiple, Troy, multiple.
Well, Ray Allen was smart. He left. He saw what LeBron did to the point guard. What was his name? I'm sorry.
Paul Pierce.
Paul, yeah. He saw LeBron to Paul Pierce and said, "Shit, man, I'm going with LeBron." It was just, they hate him. I mean, what can you can't hate on them for that, in my opinion, Right. But I ain't on the team.
Let it go, bro. You got a ring. He got a ring.
No, man. You can look at Garnett and tell he ain't that type of person.
They made a pact to ride it out, do or die, and he jumped.
Can't make a pact.
Yeah, they did.
How you gonna make a pact when your money involved?
Exactly. No money involved. Made a pact.
Ain't no pact.
Get out of here. We going in this together. We winning rings. Look at LeBron down here doing his thing. We all sticking together to knock him off the hill. Then you go join the enemy.
Speaking of LeBron, what about him playing with his son?
No.
I can't wait to hear this.
His son's not going to get. His son is horrible. He's not getting drafted. If you draft him, you draft him out of sympathy. You draft him out of sympathy to get LeBron.
No. I don't know where you get your information from.
Bob, are you saying that he's not going to even be?
I don't know where this guy gets his information from.
That dude does nothing to impress me. Nothing. Dwayne Wade's son is better than him.
No, he's not. Stop it.
Yes, he is.
Hey, you know what? I want Tanya to walk into that other room, into your studio, and take that liquor that you're drinking right now.
Well, once again,
what the hell are you talking about?
This is a fan's perspective.
Listen. All right, and you have a great perspective. I just want to say
somebody going to draft that kid just to get LeBron there for his farewell tour.
Exactly. They're just trying to sell.
Hold on, wait.
It's about
Bronny got game. What are you talking about?
Man, he is not work. Dude, I have just read about him. They said at best he is a late second round pick if he even squeaks through that door. Squeak through that door, he a late second round pick. If you a GM and you pick him up, you're gonna be out on your butt with it by next season. Yeah, cyber dog.
So
go ahead, Troy. I don't know why y'all asked SportzKelz.
So Bob, you don't think he's gonna get picked up at all, or just a late second round pick?
Look, all I'm gonna say to him is, son, if you want to make it in the league, you go to Duke University where your daddy didn't go and stay 4 years. You trying to rope a dope and come in quick? You're gonna be living on legacy money. You're gonna be living on legacy money.
If you think in a million years that they ain't gonna pick his son for LeBron to play, LeBron's already putting it out there.
It's going to come down to a market that wants to sell seats, and that's how they're going to do it.
But it don't matter if it's
Cleveland. He coming back to Cleveland.
If I was LeBron's son and I can't go out there and play, they gonna pick me just to get LeBron.
I'm glad you mentioned that. If he do go back to Cleveland, it's gonna be rigged, just like when he got drafted to Cleveland. It was rigged because they pulled them ping pong balls out of the janitor's closet when LeBron got drafted, and you know it. It was rigged.
I know we had Jimmy the Greek on here. Listen here, Jimmy the Greek. You don't know what the hell you talking about. Let me just say this.
That daggone draft was done out of a janitor's closet. They didn't do that up front like they usually do.
Have this conversation with you in front of our fans. This is a sidebar conversation.
After this show, I'm gonna Google that draft, and you're gonna see the commissioner walking out the janitor's closet holding a ping pong ball. Cleveland #1.
That's a lie.
His son will get picked. I ain't worried about that.
Thank you.
His son will get picked.
Thank you.
Trust me, it's gonna be a sympathy / ticket pick.
He might not even get in the game. He's gonna get picked because people want to have LeBron on his farewell tour.
It's gonna be a circus. It's just for ticket sales. And Neil's gonna be in the front row spending his first check from retirement.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
You damn right. You damn right. Now, I want to say this. I was letting you talk, and I wasn't gonna say nothing. But I want to say your hate against LeBron, you ought to be shaming yourself. You know what I'm saying?
It's clear and relevant. You know I'm right.
And then
I can't wait to see you that draft video.
I told y'all. I don't know y'all.
I ain't listening to you. You said one of them ball boys was going to be an MVP. That's what you said. I ain't listening to you. You and LaMelo Ball and his father, Lamar.
That's my man. That's my man.
Y'all the rest both
That's
of y'all,
my man.
if you ask me.
I just picked him up on social media. That's my man.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
All right, y'all. Let's transition into March Madness. Who gonna be there? Who in the Final Four?
Oh boy, Troy.
I think Ohio State got a good run. Ohio State got a good run.
Ohio State will be out in Sweet 16.
Boy, you'll be out Sweet 16. Y'all not even.
Hey, I tell you who won't be there. I tell you who won't be there, Troy.
Juwan,
I can tell you who won't be there.
I'm gonna tell you what. Look, I'm gonna tell you, Michigan won't be there because we young and them freshmen ain't ready to handle that. And me and Troy done talked about this. Their upperclassmen ain't doing what they supposed to do.
And you got a volatile coach. They don't know what that fool might do if he lose another game. Okay. I heard he the only coach in Big Ten history got frisked before going into practice.
That was Ohio State did have a good win on Thursday against Illinois. You got to give them that. I'll give them that. They're not going to beat. They're not going to the Final Four. Because my question was, who's going to the Final Four? Y'all talking about the Sweet 16?
Ohio State.
Okay.
Name your Final Four, Tanya. Name your Final Four. Let's hear them.
Yep.
Name it, Tanya.
Ohio State, Duke.
She can't say that with a straight face.
Gonzaga.
Yep.
And then my fourth one, I'm still kind of like out. It's going to be a sleeper team. It's going to be a team that they don't even think it's going to be like a sleeper team. But I think OSU has it because, again, they're gelling. They've been together for 3 years. They know what it takes. And every year they get there, they get put out like the first and second round. I think they have enough to get to the fourth round if Coach Holtman allows them to play.
Gonna happen again this year.
Wait a minute. That's what happened with OSU. They get to the second half and they start playing soft. Let them ball out. Let EJ just ball out. I think because they want it. They already know. These are seasoned players. These ain't no young team. This is a veteran team. And if they can, and I already know people always say, but know why? Because OSU sells tickets. This is game.
Well, they can't go. They can't go lose to Oral Roberts like they did last year, the first round.
But you know what?
And I have no fight in that.
That's a possibility.
The last 3 minutes of the game, it's like, what are you doing? Stop letting them boxing them in. Let them play. Let them play. So we'll see. I have OSU in the Final Four. I have Gonzaga.
Cyberdog, who your Final Four?
Well, I want to wait because I think the Big Ten tournament start next week, right?
Yes, it does. The women's and
I'm gonna hold off.
The women's
if you allow me to hold off, because I think we ought to do a special show, definitely based on the brackets, because that way I can give you a true who will win the Big Ten? Who will win the Big Ten tournament? Woo. That's a good one. You know what? Even after Ohio State beat Illinois, I gotta say I think Illinois has shown that they were probably the best in the Big Ten. So if it ain't Ohio State, I get a nod to Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah.
Not Purdue?
No.
I got Purdue.
You got Purdue? Win the Big Ten?
I got Purdue.
I'm gonna look this up right now really quick as we
winning the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Give me the I'm going with Purdue as well. Either Purdue or Illinois is going to win the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have a big man. All right, y'all.
Any viewers out there, really quick? Any viewers out there, if you want to, join the conversation, let us know who's gonna win the Big Ten tournament.
And Jermaine, he's calling his Final Four: Arizona, Gonzaga, Auburn, and Purdue.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I was out of that. Yeah. I don't think Auburn gonna get there. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a sleeper. There's gonna be Texas Tech. I've been watching them. They long and play defense. Texas Tech.
Did Auburn just lose last week to Florida? Auburn lost last week to Florida, didn't they? They lost last week to Florida, didn't they? Okay.
Yeah.
They got Auburn, that one dude. What's that big boy they got? 6'10", the 6'10" boy? Is he a freshman?
Yeah.
He's gonna be number one pick.
Like I said, man, they up and down, and they just, I don't know. This last couple of weeks they on fizzle mode, but yeah, I think Texas Tech gonna be my sleeper squad, to make a run.
So I guess we'll revisit this in mid-March.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Not really. Yeah, really March we'll have, because I know they've already projected the brackets, as of Friday, and they have OSU out in the South with UConn. They got Purdue going out in the Midwest with Illinois. In the West, they got Wisconsin and Texas. And then in the East, they got UK, University of Kentucky.
And Al Glaze is saying don't sleep on the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, that's why I say that sleeper team.
All right, Cyber Dog, this is gonna be all you, homie.
Okay.
Tell us about your boy Jarvis Landry. Go ahead.
We're waiting.
About Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good player, man. And, he done well. Let me just start with this. I know he did well for our team when we had him, man. I mean, he was a leader. You saw him on Hard Knocks when the Cleveland Browns was there. But I think it's probably best that we move on from Jarvis at this point, man.
No, I think Jarvis is moving on from y'all.
I think
that's fine.
I think he's going.
That's fair. That's fair. Because you know what? And that's good for us too, man. It's a win-win on both sides. Because no money laundering. Let me just say this. He a little older now. He had his best years. He can go to some team and really help. Huh?
He washed up?
No. He still got some game left. He gonna help some other team. Okay.
So y'all got rid of Odell.
We about to get Garrett Wilson in the draft.
Okay. So Jarvis ain't gonna be there. Who is y'all wide receiver?
Besides Donovan Peoples-Jones out of Michigan.
Besides Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Hey, you know what? And I must say, I was against that pick, but that kid has shown
he's a baller.
That he's a baller.
And,
yeah, but he got the dropsies too.
Well, let me just say that to that point, Troy. To that point, we looked at how much we had to pay Jarvis, right? In the football, the beautiful thing about it is free agency. If you got money, you could buy you a Super Bowl just like the Rams just did. You just saw them do it. Why pay Landry all that money?
Hey man, let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100, bro. Listen, man, y'all quarterback is garbage. They see
he's not.
They see that they don't want to play with this dude.
Neil, you still holding on to Baker Mayfield?
Yes, as long as he's still a member of the Cleveland Browns.
It's y'all quarterback.
You gotta go.
Let me just say this, Troy. And I said that too, man. But I remember I went to work. I had a hip bursitis one time when I had to go to work. I couldn't walk hardly.
And you still went to work.
Couldn't do what I normally would do. You see what I'm saying?
You still went to work.
But I still went to work.
Okay.
Now you gonna keep him because he's a hard worker.
You goddamn right. And you know what? We owe him $18 million. We owe him $18 million, Troy.
But
this is his last year, no matter what. No matter what, this is his last year. But I say, whenever you try to put Baker out, that's when you see his best.
Oh boy,
I agree with Jermaine Glenn, and I already said this on the first part podcast. If you're hurt, sit your ass down. You got to take the backup. You got to take the backup.
You can't say that no more, Troy. You can't say that, man. Not in the NFL when it's sitting.
Even before Baker got hurt, Baker was not good. Period. He's just not good.
I disagree. Last year,
we
were one play from beating the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs, just like the Cincinnati Bengals was this year. We were right there. We didn't get it, but we were right there. Now, granted, he has one last year to prove himself, bro. And then, as you already know, as all GMs know, next draft is the quarterback draft. Think about it. It's gonna work in our favor anyway. Go, Troy.
One of y'all wide receivers just got a ring. The other wide receiver don't want to play with him. He's garbage. Would you take Jameis? Let me ask you a question. Would you take Jameis Winston over Baker Mayfield?
No. Hell no.
You wouldn't take Jameis over Baker Mayfield?
Hell no.
Garoppolo? Would you take Garoppolo?
Hell no. Definitely not him.
No, now I agree with you on that. If you was gonna say yes to that, I was gonna tell Tanya and plug you and make your screen black. If you was gonna say take Garoppolo,
Buffalo made it this far.
I'm a Cleveland Browns fan first. Okay.
Like I'm a Dallas Cowboy.
I deal with what we got on the roster. Okay. Now, granted, we picked up that 5th-year extension on Baker Mayfield. We owe him $18 million. Okay. He said he had a torn labrum. Well, he didn't say it. The doctor said it too. He had a torn labrum and other injuries. Before that, I ain't gonna lie, he had his best year. He threw 26 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. Last year, it was a fiasco. I can't hide that. But the beautiful thing about it, this year we had nobody replace him. So let's say if we cut him now, there's nobody. We can't pick nobody up out the blue to replace Baker. There isn't nobody. But next year,
you better make a phone call to Seattle.
You take Russell Wilson? You take Russell Wilson?
Now understand, Russell Wilson, all the
dudes, make a phone call to Seattle.
Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, what's my man that got a little trouble with the massage therapist? Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. I
don't know what kind of massage that dude was expecting, but that's not what that young lady was expecting. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on now. I ain't doing all of that. What the hell? That was she was like, I ain't doing all that. What the fuck?
Right, he did all that finagling. No, just do the massage, dude.
That dude rolled on his back like, come on, what you gonna do? She's like, shit, I ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna call the police. But anyway, when he get past that,
so basically
all the
what you
dudes
saying
have no trade clause, Troy. All of them have no trade clause. They get to choose wherever the hell they want to go.
Jameis is a free agent. Jameis is a free agent.
I would take Jameis, man. I would take
Jameis over Baker.
Can't do it, bro. I can't do it.
You're insane.
I like Jameis, but I want to say this dude, Baker, he got hurt, man. He got next year.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
1 year, that's what he got.
So next year in his contract year, this is going to be the year.
He's gonna get a court, and they're gonna extend him 4 years and get nothing.
So this is his year. Okay, this is his year. But he's down 2 wide receivers, and what if they don't get the boy from Ohio State? What other wide receiver you think he can get?
Now, Troy.
They better not take that dude from Ohio State. Can't handle physical play. Can't handle physical play.
Is skilled players and defensive linemen in this draft, Troy. Okay, we're gonna get a wide receiver at 13, Troy.
Who?
It's guaranteed. Think about it. I take one of them dudes from Alabama. Hell, they got 2 or 3 of them. Georgia got 2 or 3. Okay, Ohio State throwing 2 out there. Hell, that's 6 right there.
So everybody looking for the next Jamar Chase, basically.
Pretty much.
But Jamar Chase,
everything's
Jamar Chase has a good quarterback. Jamar Chase has a good quarterback. That's the difference.
But everybody that
you don't
NFL go
have
by
a good
trends.
Quarterback.
The NFL go by trends, Troy.
And they're going to take a wide receiver.
We're going to take a wide receiver.
You'll have to.
There's some wide receivers that's going to go early that shouldn't go.
One of y'all receivers has a ring. The other one don't want to be there because of the quarterback.
Hey, man, listen.
Blatant.
Hey, I love Landry, but we paying Landry damn near $35-40 million a year. You don't want to play here? God bless
you. And you got another problem because they talking about getting rid of one of your running backs.
Which one?
What?
Hunt?
They both signed. They both signed there.
Did they? Oh, okay.
When
did they resign? Your name from R. Kelly to Conspiracy Kelly. Okay.
When did they resign him?
They better not get rid of Hunt.
Well, we signed we signed Chubb last year, bro.
I'm talking about Hunt. They already signed Hunt.
We signed him last year for 2 years.
No, I'm talking about releasing. They are thinking about letting him go.
That could happen. Yeah. But I think Kareem Hunt loves the city of Cleveland.
And I'm gonna rename, and I'm renaming you on this show to Clogged Ears.
All right, Conspiracy Kelly. Anyway.
All right, where we going now?
To go back to the original question, Troy. Yes, I will take Baker Mayfield this last year.
Okay. We will definitely revisit that. Jesus, I cannot wait.
Revisit it, man. Because you know what,
I can't wait.
Hey, you know how these athletes do,
bro. You going
to that money year
during the NFL season?
And old Conspiracy Kelly, he's sitting back there. He know what I'm talking about. Them jokers, when they get to that money year, that's when they play their best ball, and y'all know it. I
hope so.
But the question is, Neil, you got to think about this. Okay, you gonna give me 1 year just to give me a sucker move to sign you. Then the next 3 years, you coming out just worried about your Progressive commercials.
Well, that's
or whatever.
See, that's what I like. That's our leverage now. We done paid you your money. Now, granted, if CJ Stroud, I'll be honest with you. That's who I want in Cleveland. I want CJ Stroud. I want CJ.
That would be a great move.
Excuse my language, listeners. But
y'all better take the bigger wide receiver from Alabama and keep it on pushing.
I'm talking about next year. I'm talking about next year, Troy. I'm talking about next year. I'm talking about next year draft. The quarterback draft. That's what we putting all our money on.
My bad.
Cincinnati got lucky, and I know R. Kelly got him a new pair of Joe Burrow underoos and a tank shirt.
They got sent home.
They got sent home. But you know what? I like that kid. He got moxie.
Sent home.
He got swagger. Huh?
Well, I tell you, you just worried about that $2.4 million you paying for your cheerleader videos. You help pay that fund. You help pay that fund.
And he still got a job.
We gonna keep that up.
Jerry Jones runs the NFL. How do you get caught videotaping cheerleaders and then the NFL say, "Oh, we're not gonna worry about this. This is nothing."
Man, that's because
I saw that video. I saw that video he took, and I was appalled.
Thank you.
I was appalled too, and I'm a woman. Yes.
And I want to say, I didn't know that them cheerleaders wear cowboy gear all the way down to the knickers.
All right, y'all, let's move on.
We got to move on.
All right. Do y'all think that Zion is a bust?
Yes.
Yes.
I had a $200 bet. Somebody had the nerve to tell me 2 years ago that he was going to be better than LeBron. And I slapped him in the face with them stats yesterday. He couldn't hardly take it.
Or maybe
you got an easy 200 out of that, buddy.
Or maybe he just don't want to play for the Pelicans.
Look.
Maybe he don't want to play for he's not even with the team.
My thing is with that, I don't want to play for the Pelicans. Come on, man. Look.
Play somewhere or play, period.
Why is he playing? He was supposed to start in the beginning of the season. Now they say he might not play all year.
He's 3,000 pounds right now. That joker don't need to see the court. He need to get with a nutritionist and get his fat tail in the gym and sweat that weight off.
So you don't think it's some type of strategy by his team to keep him off the court to go to a new team?
Well, I ain't gonna call him a bust, but with the injuries, it hurts. It makes him. It almost reminds me, and y'all could go way back with me. Kevin Duckworth. I don't know if y'all ever remember him.
Kevin Duckworth.
He was drafted number 1, and Jordan was drafted like 6. If y'all remember that. And Duckworth had game, but he could never stay healthy. So it almost, they call him a bust, but I mean, that's part of the game, being healthy. Part of the game is taking care of your body. Part of the game is being a pro.
I don't think he's a bust. I think that his team doesn't. I think whoever is on his team, they don't want him to play for the Pelicans. They want him to go to a bigger market. I think that's what it is.
Well, he can't make it to a bigger market, Troy. He can't walk down there. He barely. They said the dude ran. Played half of the first quarter, was on oxygen.
The Pelicans have already kind of like moved on from him. The Pelicans have already moved on from him. They've already sent emails out to their fans saying that, listen, we got CJ McCollum, we got Brandon Ingram, they didn't even mention it.
He ain't listed on the roster.
The franchise player, he's not even listed. So that's what I'm saying. Do y'all think he a bust? Or do y'all think that he just don't want to play for them?
I think it's a little bit of both.
I agree.
A little bit of both. And my thing is, if you don't want to play with us, we're going to get you a nice little plot out there in San Antonio, and you can go play with the Kings.
That dude was averaging 27 points a game. You ain't no bust averaging 27 points a game, and now you ain't played yet all year because was he like an ankle issue or a knee issue?
I don't, man. Who knows? His ankle. He's carrying too much top weight.
He's not even rehabbing in New Orleans. He's rehabbing in Portland.
Well, you know, the sad
he ain't
thing
even
about
with the
it,
team.
though, the sad thing about it, though, Troy, you know, back in the day, most of those guys that you saw on that 75th team, they had no choice, man. They went on whatever team they got on and balled
and they stayed
out. And they stayed on that shit, man. And that's why a lot of them older guys, when you talk to them, they try to be cool with the young dudes. They realize all the opportunity and the money, changes that they can make. Yeah, but they don't respect them, man. They don't when it come down to shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, these kids nowadays.
Do you think they respect LeBron because he didn't bounce from 3 different teams? Do you think the old players respect LeBron? Because he didn't bounce around 3 different times to get a ring.
Yeah, they do.
The old players don't like that team up shit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The old
you
players,
said it right, Troy. They don't like it.
They don't like that team up shit.
Nope.
So
they don't like the team up shit, but they respect LeBron because of what he has done. They respect LeBron because what he's done on and off the court.
I respect Allen Iverson before I respect LeBron. Allen Iverson ain't teaming with nobody. He went out there at 5'10", 180 pounds, and almost killed himself every night, and still took them to the finals. He took them fools to the finals.
Sure did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I think, it's different. Like you said, with the money, the market, how they're able to bounce around. Like, they don't want to be in like James Harden. We're going to get on him. Like, this thing that the players are allowed to do is like, where is the front office? You just allow them just to move around when they.
Start crying in your cereal.
Yeah, like Zion. When I look at Zion, I look at him the same way as AD. Out in the Lakers. That dude ain't played a full healthy schedule in 3 years, but they still drafting him. Like, why? They're still picking him up when you only gonna play maybe 8 games in a season because you gonna stay hurt. And for me, when I look at them, they big men. You can't stay healthy. Like, where's your training? Like, where's your nutritionist? Like Zion, he looks overweight. His coach, like Jermaine said, his coach even said, you overweight.
Some players are just injury prone. Anthony Davis is just.
When you first came into the league, you was like slim. Well, to me, I thought he was kind of overweight when he first came into the league. But these players, Al said, injury prone. Like, these new players are injury prone. They don't know how to stay healthy. To be in an NBA compact where it is a physical game. Better to me, I think basketball is more physical in football in some aspects.
Right.
And you don't stay healthy to play. That's why I said he was a bust, because you haven't played, a full season, and then you keep.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Tanya. I mean, it's hard. I mean, granted, he did when he's in there. He's to Troy point. He could be an all-star.
27 points
talent. People see the talent around, and I think the part that makes, to Tanya's point, that makes everybody so upset is the fact that he's not a professional. He's not treating it. That's one thing I can say about LeBron from day one.
It's a job.
He was a professional from day one. That dude out there looking like Tractor Trailer right now, I swear to God.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
All right, y'all.
And that's how I feel. Like, they come here and it's just money. They see the money, but they don't see the work ethic. I think it's where these young guys fall at. They don't see it as a work ethic. This is work. This is your job. And they don't really think about it. They just think about the accolades. And that's
I'm agree with Bob on the Zion Williams thing. I think that he's I don't think he's quite a bust yet, but I do think that he don't want to be with the Pelicans. For sure.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
when C.J. McCollum went out there, and he don't even speak to C.J.
He won't
McCollum
even speak
anymore.
to him.
Yeah. Well, J.J. Redick said he played with him, and he said he detached. I'm telling you, these kids nowadays do not know how to socialize due to this stupid social media mess. I'm telling you, that's what it is. He has no one taught him how to communicate face to face. Everything got to be shot through a gadget or something to that degree, and he ain't trying.
And it's unfortunate because he could be a baller. He was first round pick.
He ain't gonna be able to stop that. If that dude got all that weight on him, you won't be able to stop him down there. But
that's why I said
we don't know because he ain't playing. All right, y'all.
If you're the owner of the Pelicans, how you feel about that though?
Y'all ready to move on?
If you're the owner, that's why owners and management, they be looking, that's a tough thing. That's pretty ugly, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
we
the
paying
Pelicans,
you all this money and you can't even play.
The Pelicans is already telling them, like, go on. Okay, whatever.
We good.
Yeah, go.
All right, y'all. Okay,
all
y'all.
Right,
so, y'all ready?
Roll it.
Okay, so Brian Flores got a job. Speak on it.
As usual, the man with the Superman cape on is in Pittsburgh, and I commend him for doing it. And I would love to know how that conversation went with the front office, even if he even talked to him about it. That's what I would love to know.
So you just think that so you think Tomlin just made a choice? He didn't
I don't know.
I
think
that's what I'm asking you, your opinion. What you think? Because Tomlin got some clout, he got a little bit of, clout. What you think? He just said, I'm going to hire you?
I said, nobody said if he went to the front office and said, hey, this is what I'm doing. What you think? Or he just went like, hey, woke up Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. You're my defensive coordinator. Let's do it. Then you deal with the ramifications after that. Don't know, but I would love to know.
The Rooney Rule is made up for for them to go to the interview to at least get a chance. It's ironic that the Rooneys hired him on their team. The Rooney Rule is made up for the people who just hired him.
Well, the bottom line is he is a valuable coach, or he is a qualified coach. Let me say,
I thought it was just a smart move by Pittsburgh.
Off rip.
Yeah.
Now, no matter what the Rooney Rule or not, and one thing, I'm not a Pittsburgh fan. I'm a Browns fan, but you can't help but to give the Rooneys and the Pittsburgh Steelers organization a lot of credit for their ownership to start that. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's not a big issue as it is in Pittsburgh, as it would have been in other places. I think Mike Tomlin has the trust of his owners that he can pretty much, bring somebody on that may be slightly controversial, but he's not really controversial. The dude just told the truth. He told the truth. Yeah. And if you get beat up for telling the truth, then which a lot of folks have. So I give the Rooney's credit. I think he's going to be great. He's going to help Pittsburgh. I hate to say it, but he's going to help him.
He's going to help Pittsburgh. He ain't got nothing to do but help them.
A whole different layer,
He I tip my hat to him. He doing a lot. He helping Dwayne Haskins out. Who can't read the playbook, but he picked him up anyway. So
you didn't have to say you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that.
I had to throw that in there.
Right. I mean, just
I'm sure.
God.
If you can't beat,
that's gonna be great for her.
If Dwayne Haskins can't beat out, what's his name? Myers Rudolph? Ain't that what's his name?
Mason Rudolph.
What's his name?
Rudolph ain't.
Haskins is not going to see the
be happy.
He must be terrible.
Haskins not going to start for Pittsburgh next year.
He has to have a coach that wants to play, that wants to teach him. Again, you got to be taught.
Yeah, he got the talent. He got the talent.
I know you got some.
For Washington,
they didn't teach him in Washington. They threw him out to the wilderness and you figure it out.
The coach of Washington was Rivera.
It was Gruden was the coach.
Come on now,
Haskins just cannot. I'm telling you, he cannot make the transition. He cannot make the transition.
And again, he will make the transition. He got a coach that's going to be willing to assist him, show him the road. And that's the one thing I give Tomlin. He makes his players better. He showed them. So he takes the deficit that they have and he makes them better ballers. Especially and then two, know why he going to do well? Because half of the OSU Buckeye team is a part of the Steelers team. So he's coming to that camaraderie already. Unfortunately. So they already coming to that camaraderie. So I feel that he will get a chance. Now he has a small window to learn.
He gonna get a fair chance to Tanya's point. He gonna get a fair chance.
He's gonna have a fair chance because he didn't have one. He didn't have one. Just like thank you.
He ain't got no choice but to get a fair chance. His other option is Rudolph.
Just like the quarterback that's up in Chicago that came from OSU. What is his name?
Who? Field?
Justin Field.
All my OSU ballers. Another one. Yeah, just a few. He was another one that's got thrown to the wall. Here to the playbook. Like there was no chance. So you already know QBs really don't come out of OSU. So
you heard it here first. Russell Wilson will be in the Pittsburgh uniform.
No. Russell Wilson?
Absolutely.
Russell Wilson will be in the Pittsburgh uniform.
I'm telling you what, if you take that guy word to go to a sports betting, you'll be broke by December. If you listen to R. Kelly and take what he's saying, go to a sports betting auditorium.
Pittsburgh.
You be pawning your car by October. I'm trying to tell
you. He'll be in Pittsburgh. Mark my words.
Wilson is married to Sierra. She is not coming to no Pittsburgh.
Stay out there in Seattle.
Who want to be in Seattle? It's always raining.
I know he's leaving Seattle, but I know he's not going to cross.
Seattle is nice. Seattle is a nice town, though. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't never been there, man. But I'll take Seattle over Pittsburgh.
I shouldn't even speak on it. I've never been there. I heard nice things about Seattle.
Okay,
but Troy,
but when you tired of fooling with your front office or whatever got him upset and want him to jump the fence, you gotta move. You gotta let him go. You gotta move on. Don't nobody need nobody in the locker room that's gonna be pissed off all the time and gotta hear you look in the windows. You removed us from your social media page. What's going on? Why? That's like down in Arizona. They dealing with that. Come on, man. Come on. If you don't want to be on the squad, just catch the elevator up to the top floor, come into my office, say, look, it's time we part ways. And let's do it. I don't need you sending no little cryptic messages. I'm taking you off my Twitter page and my face. Come on. If you want to move on, then open up your flapjacks and say, I want out.
Well, Kyler Murray said he wanted to move on because they said they was blaming him for the playoff run, which he's the quarterback.
Well, he had a lot to do with that.
He didn't play.
Well, they labeling him with a lot of stuff. They saying that he no leadership, he's squirrely on the sidelines, and he's immature. So my thing is, either y'all got to come to some understanding or move on.
Yeah. All right.
I like Kyler Murray, but
I do too. But
that's the other bet, Kelly. Won't you say it? I bet he'll be in baseball in 2 years. He'll be a pitcher in 2 years.
Never know. They saying he want to play.
Let him
play. All right,
he almost out. He almost out right now.
This is my last one, and we can go to whatever we want to do. So listen, Brooklyn plays in Philadelphia next week. Should Brooklyn let Ben Simmons play that game?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
I agree. He should play.
Why not?
Why shouldn't he play, Bob?
Because he's fragile mentally, and he's not going to be able to stand up for that. I'm telling you.
Mentally, he got what he wanted. He got traded.
Well, my thing is, if you got rattled after a coach just saying, I don't think I can do such and such with you, and you gonna start crying in your cereal? Come on, man. You're not going to be able to deal with that because that crowd going to be riding that dude. You better just let him get. You better let him. Just let that marinate. Let that dude marinate to the playoffs start. Just let him marinate. Let him marinate to the playoffs start.
I think they play
because Ben Simmons cannot handle that right now. I'm telling you, he's soft as cotton.
It'll be his first game back.
I think he got some mental things that are happening. You know, again, you talked about it. Social media plays a major role in these young kids' life all day, every day. Their opinions. It wasn't just the media no more. It's everything now. But I think he needs to play. I think he got to shake it off. I think he needs to play. I think this would be a great game for him to really see where he at.
I agree, Tanya.
He needs to play. Because
you flirting with a volatile situation. Because if that go backwards, you heading to the Stone Age with that dude.
I don't want to speak on his mental health, but what is mental about it? He missed a layup or missed a dunk in the playoffs, and his coach said
he didn't attempt to dunk.
But he didn't have to dunk.
He's 16.
Wide open.
So you can't say that you should have took the shot or you should do something better. You a 6'10" point guard.
Man, look, because you a chicken to go. Man, look, you 6'10". That's a dunk all day. Get fouled, go to the line, 3-point play. You had feathers in that game. You had feathers.
Doc Rivers was like, I don't know if we can win with him. I mean, he was just keeping it
Doc
real.
Doc would know.
And if he had any kind of character about himself, he'd have been like, "Hey, I got to get myself right for my teammates." Could you imagine a coach telling Kobe Bean Bryant that? Michael Jordan, are you freaking crazy?
Yeah. I don't know. If it was
let
me,
me just say this. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Are they still paying him? Is he still getting a check?
Meal deduct.
He lost 40 minutes.
Like our listener right here, Jermaine Glenn, he said yes, he should. They traded for him and he wanted out of Philly. Let's see what he does in the change.
I agree. He should play.
Let him play.
Get your ass out there.
I played basketball. I played basketball. I played basketball, football all my life. Why wouldn't I want to go to my old team and show them I want to bust their ass? You
better have the coach and him just better have a closed door talk and tell that dude like, look, we didn't put a lot of eggs into you. It's put up a shut up time. But the kicker is he ain't really got to do shit.
He don't.
He can't handle that pressure. He can't handle that pressure.
He ain't really got to do shit.
Kelly, you just said he's fragile. He can't.
But I'm saying if they can get Kyrie out there and get KD out there, he really ain't got to do shit. Drive the lane, dish or dunk. That's the two things he got to do. Drive the lane, dish or dunk.
He don't have to worry about shooting.
If Kyrie ain't out there for that Philly game,
he's going to be out there for the Philly game. It's an away game, Bob, so he can play the away game.
Well then he should be out there then. But if Kyrie wasn't out there, no. Because I'm telling you, you playing with an egg right now. You flipping the egg up in the air right now with him.
Nobody.
I like Steve Nash. Doc Rivers is from him to Steve Nash is like a different type of when it comes to when they're coaching styles. I think he's gonna do better with Steve Nash. I think he's gonna do better and let him play. Right. He want to play. It's where he wanted to go. Let him play. Let him see.
Why, in your opinion, do you feel that he'll do better under Steve Nash than Doc Rivers?
Because he don't have to shoot.
Yes, he don't. He can be.
He doesn't have any pressure.
And first of all, like you said, no pressures, but also he can become a part of the team, like a team. Everybody there was was trying to like an eye. He coming to a team where it's a team ball. I don't got to be the number one. I don't think every player that comes into the league wants to be the number one person. And I think with Ben, that was too much pressure of him being number one. He didn't want to do. I just want to be an assist. Let me move the ball around. If I get the ball and I shoot, let me shoot. He didn't want that. I think that's too much pressure on him. He's 25 years old. He will be able to handle himself because all that pressure is going to be taken off. He is just going to be there to assist and move the ball. When those shots open up, he can shoot it while he want to shoot it. He's not going to be able to have it down his throat in the rock. When if you're the number one player,
he crippled himself.
All that.
Look, he crippled himself off his work ethic. I'm telling you, he crippled himself off. He didn't want to get in the gym, work on his jumper. He just wanted to keep thinking he down at LSU and he can just run up and down the court, layups, dunks. He did not work on his craft to improve whatsoever. And that's why where he at right now, because he didn't work on his craft.
Well, he got a $100 million contract. You don't have no pressure. All you got to do is go up, and if Kevin Durant is open, pass Kevin Durant the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
If Kyrie is open,
that's what I'm saying. His new name, government name ought to be Dish and Dunk. His government name ought to be Dish and Dunk.
Yeah.
Kelz, but I'm saying he might not want all that. Like you say, he want to be able to come in now, push the rock out. Push the rock. He don't have to be in a space. He don't have to be the number one person. He ain't got to be.
But as a point guard, you got to shoot.
He don't be the wing. I get it, but he don't. They haven't learned that type of stuff. We know what the old school way and new school. These new school players, they come in there and they don't know what that looks like. For me, when I look at Ben Simmons, he the wingman. He the Robin. He didn't want to be the Batman. So now you're gonna go here, play, and be Batman, be Robin. And play and assist. Right. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a different type of person you're going to see him. You're going to see him come alive.
I ain't giving him Robin. I'm going to tell you now, I ain't giving him Robin. I'm giving Batgirl. I ain't giving him Robin.
He is going to be Robin.
That's Batgirl. That's Batgirl.
Can you put this fool out? I got R.
That's Batgirl.
You call her Batgirl. You know what? If Ben Simmons come up to your job next week, I ain't coming up there to help you. Okay.
So come on up there. Trust me. You lay hands on me, buddy. Hey, we pay because I'm laying on that ground. I'm gonna be out. Hey, if I gotta sleep while they put me in that ambulance, we getting paid. Go ahead, put your paws on me. Put your paws on me. Put them on me, buddy. Cause hey. I'm going to own you and part of that daggone Nets team. Put your paws on me.
I'm going to tell you, man, because what you said about the man, you went personal. That's all. Ain't
personal?
Oh, yeah, you did.
You go to any barbershop in this country, I guarantee they saying the same thing. They just ain't using the Batgirl phrase.
Back to the original question. I think that he should be on the floor, but Bob, to your point, they're not going to put him on the floor. They want to save his brain. So we'll see. I'm almost guaranteeing that he won't be on the floor next week, which is stupid.
We need to take a vote on that, and then when we come back next week, we gonna see who was right. So
yeah, please write it down.
Write it down. So I'm saying that he should play. I'm saying that he's not going to play. Okay. Because they want to protect. They want to protect his mental.
And 1-4. Kelz. You think Ben Simmons gonna play? Yes or no?
Batgirl's not coming out the Batcave.
All right, so what you talking about?
Yes, his ass. He's getting a check. Get your ass out there on the goddamn.
That's what I said. You get a check, so you gonna play, and Steve Nash is gonna coach you through, and you gonna assist.
Damn right.
You gonna be Robin. You gonna play.
He ain't got to be nobody. Get your ass out there and just catch the goddamn ball and play some basketball.
He ain't going. Well, the reason why he's probably not going to play is because Kevin Durant's not back yet. That's why. So he's probably not.
I mean, but why? I
would love to see him out on that floor by himself.
You go play. It's a better time for him to play.
I would love to see him out on that floor by himself. That'd be icing on the cake.
Hey, them Philly fans gonna let him have it. He probably won't even be in the arena.
See him out there by himself. That would be. Oh my goodness, that'd be lovely.
Professional.
Ain't no professional.
He is a professional.
Ain't no daggone professional holding your daggone team hostage because you don't want to play. Man, stop it.
He a professional, bro. He getting paid. He getting paid more than I see in my lifetime in one game.
That got nothing to do with being a professional.
What
does he got to do with it?
I'm sorry,
Right,
man.
he's going to play. Watch, he's going to play.
Okay, we'll find out.
It's going to happen.
Yeah,
We'll find
He's going to
out.
have to play, dog.
I guarantee you're going to be in that back cave with the lights off.
You might be right.
They play.
I'm not
they
arguing
play,
with you.
They play Thursday, March 10th.
That's what, and what's going on.
I'm gonna be tuned in for that one because I'm gonna sit and watch that one.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that one. We can talk some trash.
Tanya, I think that he should play, but my gut is saying that he's not gonna play. Them Philly fans are gonna let him have it. That's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad.
That's the only thing too about the Philly
you
fans.
get all that. That's why they pay you all the money. You got all that. Hey, if I get $100 million, I wouldn't give a damn what they saying.
Exactly. That's what's wrong with these kids, man.
But that's why I said for me, I'm like, you need to go out because Philly, I'm studying that. That's a whole nother. But you know what? But he need to play.
You know, that's gonna be that's gonna be a national.
There's gonna be so much happening on March 10th. That is the week of March Madness.
It's gonna be a national televised game on TNT. It's a nationally televised game on TNT.
So everybody gonna get disappointed.
He's not gonna play.
He gonna.
All right, Tanya, it's on you.
All right, RKLs, come on with your one meaty pop culture.
Yeah, I just got this one, fellas. You're gonna love this one. We got a crew out of Brooklyn based called the Woo Rappers. So they stole $4.3 million out of the cash relief fund during the pandemic, going back from March 20 up until October 2021. So I want you to just give me a wild guess how you think they got caught. During this caper, they used over 800 identities that they somehow got a hold of through some type of black market network from a guy named Skyscraper. So I just want you to guess just one guess each, how you think they may have got caught.
Could social media be a part of it?
You're in the Pixie zone.
Am I getting hot? Social media?
They probably went live like they always do. These fools or they was on TikTok because they go live on everything they do. Like if you robbing somebody, who is showing a live robbery live on TikTok?
Well, they did it all. They did it all. They went from lavish houses, Lamborghinis, Benz, Porsches. They sitting here holding stacks of cash on their pictures up on their ears like this. They at Fifth Saks Avenue having to just letting it rain.
And they all going live.
Bob, you know what we always say,
man. That's terrible.
They always give the dummies money.
But you know, at least they got that when they go to prison. And they spend there about 10, 15 years, and they come back. At least it's on video. You know what I'm saying? Look what we did.
Man, my thing is, you get away with this pretty much scot-free. Why ain't you on a boat or plane somewhere? Bye-bye.
Because that's not them.
They don't think like us now, man.
And the crazy part of this is when the feds was tracking them. Now let's invest in an IP address for your your laptop, your phone. That's how they got caught up on that. And then the next thing is, I guess these lavish pictures they was taking, they were saying that these cats, luckily to make it three blocks from where they live and where they hang out at. So they just, I don't understand it. They just basically hung themselves. So I don't know how many years they got or what the court saying. The case ain't went to court yet, but it's just you're just hanging yourself over stupidity because you can't control yourself.
Right.
I'm saying you had 800 aliases. That's why I want to know where you get.
They did. They got a hold of 800 different IDs and submitted applications for each one. And they paid. And I think the guy that they got this information from, they paid him $150 per identification.
Anytime anybody commits a crime, the first place the DEA or the local cops, the first place they go is social media.
Yeah.
Right.
That who doesn't know that by now?
Well, apparently this crew had no idea.
It's part of their life, man. Real talk.
Like
that is
talking.
It's part of their life.
So you just do a robbery.
It wasn't. I mean,
that's grand larceny. And you got
they got away with 4.3 million, and the feds ain't have a clue which way to look, which way to go into these dummies. Start posting on social media.
Okay, so you said they started buying luxury things.
Yeah, and they taking, dude. They had, stacks of cash like this, like he holding up an old school cell phone. He over, and then the next kicker is these fools made a rap video called "Trippin'."
Absolutely, of course they did. Why wouldn't they?
Absolutely, of course. I'm a Melissa fan.
I'm sorry, not tripping. Not tripping. Trapping. It's called trapping.
We're gonna go put this video up because I need to see this video. Let me go.
Now you done showed your age already. You know how old folks could never get the damn name right.
He said tripping. He
called it tripping. Trapping. I'm sorry. I'm over here hyped up, man. These dudes, I'm just telling you, I just can't get over this, man.
They were tripping in the trapping.
Trapping. It's called trapping. Yeah, that I don't know. I just don't get it.
And the feds didn't know anything.
They was out there in the wind, and they
got the easiest job in the world right now. Oh no, let's just go to their social media.
Roy, you already know when we was growing up in Columbia, it's like you had a Polaroid camera. That was it. Yeah. You had to wait. You had to go put it in. You had to wait for it to get
if you ever watch First 48, that's all they do. They just be on people's Facebook, like, oh, okay, well there he is.
So they gonna put it on there,
and they be holding up they hold up the actual gun they committed the crime with. Like, I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yeah, they be doing What were they told us to do? Do a crime solo. They had a whole posse. When I watched 48, what? Did you just have your whole posse? You just went and got your whole crew to rob somebody?
It was like 20 of them. It's like 20 of them.
That's what I'm saying. You can't control the narrative of 20 people. I don't care if they your friends or not. You cannot control the narrative.
They were all out getting it in. They sitting on top of Lamborghinis, Porsches. They all out getting it in.
I'm gonna find this. That comes
they
back
in jail,
to that.
Right? I don't feel bad for them at all. That's what they get.
Oh no, not for stupidity. No,
not for stupidity. Well,
that's like the Netflix show that's out. It's called Invented Anna. It's a true story from the journalist where this woman, she was 25 years old, a socialite, and she scammed all these huge businesses, banks, out of like almost $450,000 for like from 2013 to 2017. She called herself like a fake German Harris, and they named herself Ann Delvey. And she was like literally running New York. Like if you go back and you watch the series, like a 10-episode series, she was the same way. And the only reason why she got caught up is because the bank was getting ready to fund the $450,000, and she had to produce the papers for her dad. And she had been using a cell phone and a free app to change her voice. And the only way they didn't fund her, and what she had did, this is how crazy. She was down there in Manhattan. She wrote out a $15,000 check in the morning at 8 o'clock. She went to the bank 45 minutes away, the same exact bank, and then took the money out. So she put the money in, this fake check in the bank. Her bank in New York. She went 45 minutes away at 4 o'clock and took the same $15,000 out cash. It was killing it. I was like, oh yeah, you gotta watch that Invented Anna. And she went to jail back in 2017 for 4 to 12 years. And she was gonna get 281 Park Avenue, was this huge building. And again, these socialites, and it was all based off of social media and voice phone, and she was moving money. I was
Must be nice.
She scammed major banks. She scammed major people that was, socialites, major organs. A lot of the people, that's why she only got 4 years, is because they didn't want to come forth because they couldn't believe they had got scammed by this little young girl who was nobody. She was just a chick from Germany, and she got scammed. So this is some crazy things that, just like the with Ja Rule, and it's so much happening that social media has allowed these people to do. It's just like, what? Like, you really out here serious?
It's the gift and the curse.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. That's what Ja Rule got caught up with back in when he did that fight.
That Firefly Festival.
That Firefly, yeah. They have that out there on
He
next.
stole everybody's money.
He stole everybody's money, and they sent them to the Bahamas, and they was eating cheese sandwiches. And they was using the camps from the hurricane.
I remember that. Them folks like, what the hell is this?
They got a documentary. Tanya,
There's a documentary out right now. It's the whole fight.
Oh, do it?
Yeah, they got a documentary on that too. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
I mean,
they was doing people dirty, bro. That was just wrong.
Dirty. Wrong. $25,000 for a villa, and it was a hurricane tent with a wet mattress. Day of the event, it rained, so everything got rainwater logged. And the dude that was over, he's in that movie, in that series with Invented Anna. He talks about it too, where these socialites, they like 2013 to 2017, all these socialites was scamming all these kids I'm talking about millions of dollars. And so he went to jail. He out now, but yeah, Ja Rule kind of like slid under the table. But yeah, they had all the Kardashians, like it sold out in less than 1 hour. I'm talking about millions of dollars was sold out, all for a scam. All a scam. It was crazy. So yeah, wow. Y'all gotta check them out. We're gonna put all those in the post, and y'all check it out. Let us know what you think. Social, we're gonna talk about that too. How social media has changed these young, young people from sports and music to when we was growing up, and how, like you said, a blessing and a curse. What's gonna happen in 10 years, 20 years? Will social media still be around?
Right. Shit, it'd be a hologram by then. Shit.
Hey, my social media was, my mom was like, you better be home, the street lights come on.
That was the national anthem in our day, Troy.
That was it.
That was the national anthem.
National
street lights come on, you come home.
Yeah,
that was the bat signal. And that was the text.
Yeah,
that was your text.
That
bat signal. Yeah. It was the email. When the street lights come on, you come home.
Yep.
And that's all I knew. You better be home. And then make a little noise. I knew. You know how the lights start coming on and start making that little noise like, zzz, and you be hearing for that last. As soon as that last zzz, and then pop on, you better be on the porch. You better be somewhere in the vicinity of that yard. Because if you not, you're done, dada. Like you're done.
Street light come on. Street light on. You home.
You home. Because if you not, there's a problem. You ain't gonna never.
Don't let me have to come look for you after I had a hard day at work.
Right.
Let your mama come look for you after she has been working all day, and she got to find out where you at with no cell phones or no text.
Right.
And the street
Don't
lights
have Big Mama call out for you. Don't have Big Mama call out for you.
The street lights is already on, and you ain't home, and they got to come out calling your name. My mom say they just go out the door and just call my name.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
They would call your name. Oh, bro. I can hear my mom calling me off 2 blocks.
My son call my Troy. You can hear your mom. You be on that bike getting home, and then your mom be in there with that little belt, and you'll hear it snap like. That's when you know. And that little screen door slam back. It's a wrap.
That was my social media.
That was your social media. Like Al said, that's your eyes, Mr. Postman. You got beat. And some of your friends. Because how sometimes you would bring your friends and think that's going to help you out? Nah, I don't bring nobody home. When I know
I'll be on my little BMX bike ride home. I'll be like, damn, the street lights is on. I'll be like, damn, I got to hurry up. Man, it was real in the field. Get your ass home when the street lights come on.
Yeah.
That was respectful.
Oh, yeah. You said the key word, Neil. You said the key word.
I wasn't scared of social media. I was scared of my mom.
Heck yeah, scared of my mom. And I was scared
of because I don't want to be on punishment.
I was scared of her telling me, go out and go get that switch, leave them 3 leads at the top, and don't make it skinny. Man, that was the fear right there. I don't care. I'm leaving everybody. I'm leaving friends. I don't care. You stay here at the mall at Northland Mall till 9 o'clock. Right. I'm going home. Or we would be at Eastman Mall.
I'm out.
You stay here. I'm out. because I'm going over that hill because my mom ain't gonna tell me to go get no switch. That's the fear right there. It ain't the whooping. It's to go get the one, and she watching you.
Right.
That's not big enough.
I mean, just think back in the day. Just think when we got on punishment back in the day, there was no cell phones. My mom would take my TV. It was like literally being in jail.
And get caught trying to make a phone call.
What?
Yeah, you couldn't do nothing. Be on that phone and your mom pick that phone up when you on the line.
And all you do is hear the phone hitting the wall because she didn't drop the phone. It's smacking against the wall. Bow, bow. She coming straight up the steps to gang tackle you.
And you be on that phone, you be on the phone, and she pick up the phone. You try to hang up real quick. Like, damn, my mom just picked up the phone. She pick up the damn phone. She knew you on the phone. She comes upstairs like you was on the phone. And that's another week.
Hey, y'all better be careful. Nowadays, shit, your folks still can get hit for child abuse. They ain't know nothing about that back then, shit.
Child what? It was a whooping. You was cured. Like, I know I was. I was cured for like 6 months. I didn't do stuff. I was like, I don't care if I was in high school or not. Listen, I ain't got time for y'all. I'm going home. I ain't got that to do. I ain't got time. Like you said,
I know the show about to be over, but one time, shit, I think I got whooped 7 times in one day. I got paddled twice at school. I counted both of those. And before I got home, the word that got to Big Mama dear. My dear said, I heard you was acting a fool in school today. And that was number 3. Granddaddy came home and he was a little sober that day. And he heard about it. That was number 4. And my mother got it. That was number 5. Or maybe it was 6. Man, I lost track. But you're right. Back in the day, hell, I think the neighbor whooped me one time. I got whooping by the neighbor, Miss Stewart. She's like, "Come on over here."
Yeah, the neighbors would be on the right.
Did earlier today. Back in the day, that was a plausible event. Your neighbor could yoke your ass up. Now, you fighting and you going to court.
Yep. Right. The neighbors used to be in the neighbors used to be in the reindeer games. You come home. The reindeer game. Hey, listen, bro. They be like, they won't even be like your mom looking for you. They be like, here he is, right here. Right here. Your mom didn't drive the whole round the block looking for you, and then you show up at the house and she already met. Oh my God! Neighbors be like,
hey.
They would carry the phone. They would carry the phone to the window. And it's like, here, answer here, talk on the phone. We like, oh my God. Or we would be all the way, like I said, we usually would be downtown or at Northern Mall. And then trying to get back home, your neighbor, like, how did my mom know by the time I get all the way home with no phone, with no cell phones, no nothing. But I bet you a neighbor or somebody knew what was happening. And by the time you got home, if you weren't where you're supposed to be, or that answer wasn't correct, that's why I just told the truth. Because somebody told my mom already. And that little rotary phone, blink. Right. Oh, somebody that you be trying to hurry up and keep it off, especially when you be at school trying to keep it off. It's like, no, we're calling. See, parents, they leave messages. Nah, when we was growing up, you got an actual live person on that phone.
No doubt.
At 5:00, made a call to kids who was acting up in school. You got somebody live.
Oh man, don't let your mom call that school, or don't let her come up to that school. Oh my God. She come up to the school
at school, and I said,
and your friends know about it. Oh
no,
it's all bad. It's all bad for you.
Yeah,
you done took her off her job, and she had to come up to your school.
Oh yeah.
My dad didn't play that. My dad like, I'm up here with them cigarettes. He had them black socks and them black. And my dad would have on some shorts, some church shoes, some black socks. His cigarettes will be in his shoulder. And he had one in his mouth. They'd be like, Mr. Gore, you got to take your cigarette out. He'd be like, don't worry about my cig. Where is Tommy at? Man, that was your behind. And Troy, because Troy was always getting me in trouble. Like, why are we going to get in trouble? What? Going to your dad's down here at the office. Like, what? Like your dad's
I stayed in trouble in school, bro.
All right, folks. We had a good one today. A lot of love and a lot of rebellion out there today, but we had a good one.
Rebellion.
Yes, we did.
We had a good one.
This was real good.
Yes, Yes, sir.
So
Go ahead,
I
Tanya.
just want to reiterate that I hope the best for Ben Simmons. On a serious note, I hope he flourishes in his new spot, but we gonna see.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And maybe next week, RKL, that you would just be a little bit more patient and understanding. Stop being a hater.
This is about a fan's perspective and how we deal with the fan. It ain't about let it out. Ain't no use in leaving it in. It ain't like the Dallas Cowboys season where you leave the play left on the field with 14 seconds and you scramble and try to let the clock run down. That ain't the way we do it here. We're going to the end zone.
The comments gonna be like, man, that R. Kelly, he insensitive.
We're gonna get that to him.
I'm just giving it to you the way you want to say it and the way you want to hear it.
Yep. Keep it coming, brother.
That's what we keeping it 100.
Right.
Keeping it real.
Keep it real.
You gotta have it.
Can't take it. This the wrong show. This the wrong show.
Conspiracy. That's one thing about that dude. One thing about R. Kelz all the time. He always will find some stories that nobody ever seen. I'm going to
send you that video of that coach putting hands on that Michigan player. We going to get this solved off camera. I'm telling you, we getting that solved today. We going to get, after you come from the grocery store, wherever you going, we going to get this puzzle solved today.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what? This don't stop. We just do the show, but we keep going afterwards, so.
I can tell y'all viewers, it don't stop. We still be on here. We need to do it like an after part, like an after
show. This is like the SportzKelz after show.
It get really raw. When we get off the air, it really goes down. So
but you gonna get all y'all get this video because I'm gonna get exonerated for this harassment and abuse I'm getting. I'm gonna exonerate myself. So get ready.
Okay. All right.
Good night, folks. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We had a beautiful show. Get ready for next week for podcast number 4 from Sportz Wine and Brew from the crew. Coming at you.
You know. And we out.
We out. Peace. Who they?